Good evening, students. I think you all remember what we learned in the previous class. We learned till the lithosphere and asthenosphere. The lithosphere acquires its name from the material with which it is made. Lithos means rock. If you look around, you can see rocks of different colors and hardness. Do you know the reason behind it? Come, let's see. Have you ever seen these kinds of water bottles? You might be wondering why I'm showing this mineral water bottle. Good. So you know that this is mineral water. So, what does the word mineral mean? Minerals are naturally occurring elements or chemical compounds of rocks. These minerals exist in various forms. They are mostly solids having definite chemical properties. There are around 2500 minerals known to us, such as silica, mica, hematite, bauxite, etc. The constituents of rocks are called minerals. So you already know what are rocks. Rocks are natural substances composed of solid aggregates of various minerals that have been fused together. So, how are these rocks formed? Based on the mode of formation, rocks can be classified into three: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Now, let's see how igneous rocks are formed. Inside the Earth's core, there are lots of molten materials and matters. They melt because of the temperature inside. The melted materials put too much pressure on the Earth's surface. Sometimes the surface breaks, and due to this, the magma comes out. When it comes out, it's called lava. It gets cold gradually and changes into the basalt rock. The rest of the magma that doesn't sweep out stays inside the earth. The leftover magma inside changes into granite, a type of igneous rock. As all other rock types are formed from the igneous rocks, they are called primary rocks. The word igneous comes from the Latin word ignis, which means fire. Now, let's learn about sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary means made from sediments, that is, materials which settles to the bottom of a liquid. Now, look here. I'm going to put these tiny rock particles inside the glass. Just observe what happens. What did you notice here? Yes, the rock particles have settled down. These settled down particles are called sediment. It is a perfect example for how sedimentary rocks are formed. Now, let me show you a sedimentary rock. Can you see this? This is a sedimentary rock. Can you see the layers? Let's understand more. Natural processes like rain, wind, flowing rivers carry soil particles, sand, and dead plants deep into the riverbeds. Over time, sand, soil, dead plants, etc. get deposited on top of each other. They are called layers of sediment. Over time, these layers press over one another to form sedimentary rocks. These rocks take thousands of years to form. Sandstone, coal, limestone are some examples of sedimentary rocks. As the sedimentary rocks are formed in layers, they are also known as stratified rocks. The remains of ancient plants and animals found in sedimentary rocks are called fossils. We make use of these fossils to understand the Earth's prehistory and to estimate the age of rocks. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. have been evolved from the remains of ancient organisms. Hence, these are called fossil fuels. Now, let's learn about metamorphic rocks. When rocks undergo physical and chemical changes due to high temperature and pressure, metamorphic rocks are formed. Metamorphic rocks are prominent in Kerala. Now, let's learn about the rock cycle. The rock cycle begins with magma or hot melted rock deep beneath the earth's surface. The magma becomes crystallized, becoming igneous rock. These rocks begin to erode or break down into small pieces because of wind, water, or other forces. These small fragments of rock are carried away as sediments when water passes over them and are deposited in layers which eventually becomes sedimentary rocks. When some sedimentary rocks are pushed below the surface due to tectonic activity, where they are exposed to heat and pressure, transforming them into metamorphic rocks. If the rocks are buried even deeper, they may melt and form magma, starting the cycle all over again. Of course, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks can be eroded into sediment, and igneous rock can become metamorphic rock all over. But one way or the other, rocks all over the world keep changing from one form to the next. I think you all understood what we learned today. Don't hesitate to ask me your doubts. Thank you.